Well, the question for tonight is, what do you do when a rare bird turns up on your patch? Well, hello, good evening, and welcome to an episode of Camilla and I. Well, this happened to Camilla and I last week here at Langford Lakes in Wiltshire. The rare to this area, a red-footed falcon appeared on our doorstep. So yeah, first of all, don't panic. So here at Langford Lakes, people have been coming from far and wide, the length and breadth of the country, just to photograph this red-footed falcon. Similar to a kestrel, although far more beautiful. This time last week, you couldn't have got in this hide for love nor money. It was packed. It's like a Second World War machine gun nest at times in here. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, yeah, I don't think anybody died in the filming of the red-footed falcon, but let me know in the comments below if you've known anybody who's died, because let's face it, it got pretty packed in here. All rules and all obligations were right off. People just wanted to get the shot, and so much for COVID-19 or any virus restrictions. Oh, out the window. Well, literally, because all the windows were open. When I eventually got in, one lady was whacked around the head by an over-eager photographer with a big lens. Ooh, painful. Anyway, it's not quite been World War II, but it's been pretty close. I think some people have almost come to blows over this bird. Well, I made two midweek appearances at Langford Lakes. I didn't get here till 7 o'clock on both occasions, and each time I was greeted by the red-footed falcon stuck in an electricity pylon 600 feet away from this hide, and preening itself, wagging its little beak at me, saying, "You missed again." So anyway, I thought, I'm going to get this bird. So I thought, this weekend I'm going to get in. I'm going to be first in the hide at 6 o'clock to get the red-footed falcon. Well, my 5 o'clock alarm call did the trick on that Saturday morning, and I was able to secure this position, the best position in the house, well, in the hot box, between the two posts that the red falcon had been known to perch on. So book early, as I did. Anyway, at 8:10, the elusive bird duly arrived on the first post, and I was able to get a couple of snaps of it. And indeed, when it flew off to the other perch, I indeed was able to get some more snaps. And then I was lucky to get even more in-flight photos as it came back towards me in the hide and flew past the right-hand side of the hide. Absolutely awesome views. I was all done by 9:40. I'd got my shots an hour and a half later, and I was off. Video and stills in the bag. Anyway, I thought I'd come back and make this little video in the evening, as obviously it was impossible to film in the melee and the scrum that ensued in this hide. So for those who didn't make it or didn't manage to brave the scrum, here's my footage and my best shots of the red-footed falcon. It's a rare visitor from usually at this time of year it's Eastern Europe, but I think it overwinters in Africa. But anyway, it was well off course and paid us a great visit here at Langford Lakes. Anyway, make sure you watch to the end, because I'll introduce my plan for a future video. So. So my footage is recorded with the A1 and the 600mm Sony f4 on, and the video mode was 120 frames per second 4K. Stills for perch birds it was 1/500th of a second f5.6, and for the in-flight photos I was on 1/3200th of a second, because it's quite a quick bird. And at f5 I wasn't fully open at f4. I left it an extra stop just to make sure that I'd get the more of the wings in focus. So yeah, and Yeah, that was it, 1.4. ISO on the stillbirds at 1/500th of a second, I was coming in at 100 to 125, and on the flight shots, the ISO was going up to anywhere between 200 and 400 ISO. Amazing. So my next video is going to be etiquette for hide use by photographers. There was such a scrum in here, and I looked on the internet and I couldn't really see anything, just giving a basic guidelines of how a photographer in a civil society should behave in a hide or in a scrum situation. Just in a hide in general, but also when you do have a lot of people in the hide. Okay. Well, as usual, thanks for watching Camilla and I. Good night from Langford Lakes. Have a good one. Bye from Camilla and I.